get ready for a lot of edits in this one. This is going to be fucking interesting. We have, first off, we got to do our stretching. Actually, before we do the stretching, we've got one artifact and two relics. And all three of these things are in, there's two of them that are in a pain in the ass spot. And one of them is fairly easy. And I interrupted her stretching. Look at that. Come on, stretch it out, Laura. You're about to do a lot of gymnastics. You've got to be fit and ready. You don't want to pull a hammy. Come on, stretch it out. I'll do them with you. There we go. Oh, you're putting him off. I know you are. Come on, girl. You can do it, Laura. Laura, you're a Croft. You can do it. Let's fucking go. I'm sorry. The Midas Garden, as it will always be known to myself, and probably quite a few others as well. Oh, we got some monkeys here. Apes, gorillas, what the fuck are they? Probably gorillas, aren't they? Not sure what they were in the original, to be honest with you. They just look like very square, blockish looking brown things that came running at you. And now they're, more detailed and a little less speedy, but still pretty violent nonetheless. I like this area. I really do. This is a pretty good level. This is another one for me that's a toss-up between this and the 96 version. Though I will admit, the 96 version, it was a lot more fun to traverse the environment in that one. It's still fun here, though, don't get me wrong. I mean, this whole game is fun. It's a great game, It's always fun to play. It takes a little bit of time for me to get into it sometimes, but when I get into this game, man, I fucking get into it. It's always a blast. Loads of replayability with this one, but that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. So where we're going to be doing the quick edits? Well, this room right here is going to be one of them. And that's what I was talking about in one of the last two episodes. I think it was the St. Francis Folly episode about kind of the environmental spikes and the spears being, traps. This is exactly what I was referring to. Maybe we'll get to see what it looks like when Lara gets impaled on them, but hopefully not. And this right here is proof that if you've got the proper leverage, you can pull anything down. No matter how heavy it is. And of course there is a shiny back up there. Well, you can't really see it there. There it is, top of the screen. Shiny. And we're going to go for it, but not right off the bat. We've got a couple more things to do before we go for that. Namely, get this out of the way and go back here. And there we are. This is Impractical Door Opening Mechanism 27, I believe. I don't know, I've lost count. I'm not even keeping track, to be honest with you, but it's so funny for me how, the doors open in these games. I mean, it's pretty fucking comical. It's part of the level design, and it makes sense in terms of the game, but when you really kind of stop and think about it, it's just like, why? I mean, who the fuck had to go around and open all those doors whenever the higher-ups that lived, like when Midas, if he actually lived here, when Midas was going around from room to room, who had the responsibility of actually opening all the fucking doors for him? And how many assistants did he have decapitated if he was a violent guy? And I'm not saying he was. I honestly don't know. I'm not that versed in the Midas story, or mythology, or whatever you want to call it. But let's say if, Nero from Rome, for example. If all these kinds of door opening mechanisms were present in ancient Rome while Nero was emperor, how many fucking people did he have decapitated because they were late coming back from ye olden Starbucks with a mocha frappuccino and it was warm by the time the assistant got to him because they were struggling to reach the mechanism in time. You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one who thinks about that. Alright, so we've got these raised up. Let's see if we can get that shiny. This is always a motherfucker for me. Always takes a couple of tries. And you heard the knocking. If you've never played this game before, this might catch you by surprise. I know it did me the first time I played it. I was like, holy shit. The room is moving. But it's pretty clever. I'm actually a big fan of it. I think it's a cool concept, and it works, and here we go. Nope. Oh, god damn it, we had it. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, let's see if we can do it this time. Well, we did it last time, didn't we? But I kind of fucked up there. It's always tricky because of the camera angle to get lined up for the jump. There we go. Nice. Yay, jump for joy. Because that the camera angle, this is like probably one of the maybe handful of times, and saying handful is being generous, but it's one of the very few times in this game where the camera angle can work against you. That really doesn't happen a lot in Tomb Raider games nowadays. I mean, post Tomb Raider Legend, I guess I should say. Well, Tomb Raider Underworld, the camera wasn't very user-friendly, but, you know, that was after this. So what I said is true, damn it, because I'm a guy on the internet, and guys on the internet know everything. Because that's how the world works. Isn't it? I don't know. I get so confused sometimes. Yeah, you don't want to climb up and jump into those. Though that would have been cool. That would have been awesome if they'd have made it so that if you accidentally hit the X button too many times, you just kept climbing up and, you know, just basically stupidly impaled yourself on those spikes. I'd have got a kick out of it. Though the spike death animation was pretty fucking badass in the old school Tomb Raider games. Had a really good sound effect with it. Shiny! What do we got here? The Athenian owl figurine. This sacred bird of the goddess Athena. Owls were associated with her characteristic trait of wisdom. And I've actually read, maybe this is just one of those internet urban legends, but owls are allegedly really not that smart. I forget where I read that from. I think everybody does that reads that. For me, when I see that owl, I always think of Clash of the Titans, like the original one, the old one. Not sure if it was supposed to be a callback to that or not, but that's what I always think of. Leave her! Leave her alone in a room with Lara. See how she gets dirty when she rolls? That's fucking awesome, dude. That's a good attention to detail. And that was present in the PlayStation 2 version as well. And it makes it kind of funny sometimes when you watch some of these cutscenes if you've been rolling a lot before you get to the point where the cutscenes are triggered. Because it'll be this real deep and dark cutscene where you're supposed to take everything real seriously, but Lara is just absolutely covered in filth, kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger at the end of Predator, you know, and you're just like, don't you think you should have used a moist towelette before you started talking to him? Maybe? But then again, you know, it's Tomb Raider, and people raiding tombs have bigger priorities than staying clean. Tell you what, just to kind of show it off, let's see if I can impale Lara on some spikes. Because this could very well be, and I'm probably wrong on this, but it could be the last chance, and the only chance actually, to really show it off good. So let's see if we can do that. Or did that happen in the last episode? Fuck, I just don't remember. I don't remember anymore. Oh, wait, yes, it did happen in St. Francis Folly. But fuck it, we're here, let's go for it. Oh my god, we missed it. Fuck it. Oh, come on, Lara. You can do it. Oh, there we go, right in the spine. She'll be fine after a couple of surgeries and a lot of rehabilitation. She'll be just fine. She'll be doing her fancy cartwheels and everything in no time. Did we get the bar? Alright, we've still got the bar. Hey, what do you think about it, Lara?
Deadly traps seem to have been these people's speciality.
Agreed. Oh, damn it. Come on, Winter. You're better than that, man. You're better than that. Oh, don't hit the wall. Oh, here they come. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there. Where are they? There they are. Come on, dude. Waiting on you, Daddy-O. There we are. Look at that. So nice, I had to do it twice. Alright, so anyways, let's progress on further. Of course, the biggest difference with this level is Midas. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Midas himself, this statue here, that wasn't there in the 96 version. Like, at all. Well, no, not at all. I mean, you saw, like, from his ankles to the bottom of his feet, and then the hand, and that was it. And it was one of those things where you really got to try and imagine and, you know, think hard about, okay, what is this supposed to be? But, you know, back then, it worked, and you knew exactly what it was, I would think. I mean, I never played Tomb Raider 96 when it came out. I played the original demo on PC because it came with an issue of PC Gamer, which also had a demo for MDK, if I remember correctly, and also the Terminator first-person shooter game Skynet, which was an awesome FPS, by the way. Track that down for emulation if you can, unless it still runs perfectly fine on Windows 8 or 10. So yeah, I never played the original when it was fresh. Now, I had a friend that did, and he was fucking obsessed with it. He would talk about it every single day on the school bus to school, because that's where you take a school bus. Sometimes. I mean, every once in a while you see a whole bunch of elderly people taking them to a casino buffet or whatever, but we always took them to school, because that's where we were going. But yeah, he would talk about it every fucking day, and he was just absolutely blown away by Tomb Raider. At the time, I just had a Sega Genesis, so I had no clue what he was talking about at all, but it sounded cool. You know, he sold the game really well. And obviously, the original one did sell quite well, because, I mean, fuck, it sold millions of copies, if I'm remembering right. I don't remember the exact number. I never keep track of anything like that for any kind of game. You know, when it comes to things like the financials and how many copies of a game has sold, I'm not interested in that. That's... Well, first off, it's not my business, I don't think, because I'm just a consumer, and if a shitload of other people are buying something, I really could care less if I've already got a copy of it, you know? I mean, it's always great when people I know are into the same things I am, but, you know, let's say with Tomb Raider 2013, you know, TR 2013, when that sold like 3 million copies or whatever, that was news all over the internet. And I was pretty happy for the game, because I liked it, and I was proud that, you know, Crystal Dynamics could make such a change to the series. and have people enjoy it, or at least seem to enjoy it. But I didn't know. I still actually don't know anybody besides myself that actually has a copy of the game in real life. Now, on the internet, yeah, a lot of my online friends, people that I talk to on forums and shit like that, yeah, we've all got copies. But as far as people that I actually hang out with in real life on the weekends and whatnot, nah, not a fucking one of them. They're just not into Tomb Raider like I am, so. Which is something that's kind of interesting about this series to me, is Tomb Raider is so fucking big, and it's got such a legacy, and it's set so many records and done so much for the gaming industry, but there are still people that just, for whatever reason, don't fucking know that it exists, or that it even continued on past the first game. And I've even met some people that didn't even know it was a game series. They just thought it was a set of movies that Angelina Jolie was in. So that's kind of funny to me. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. People are going to be into different things, and you can't chastise them for having different taste than yourself or not being as informed as you are about something. I mean, it's perfectly fine. But it's just kind of interesting to me. It's so fucking huge, but it still is so small in a certain sense. Just weird, you know? Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, I'll thump you on the noggin for thumping me and then thumping your chest. Oh my goodness, that was close. I got a little bit nervous with that one. I think I might have even peed a little. No, I didn't. I'm fine. I'm laying off the coffee now because I've got to get ready for bed here in a couple hours. So I haven't had to pee for quite a while, and I know you were dying to know that. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Yeah, this commentary's turning out fucking great, isn't it? Best series I've ever done so far. But hey, look at that. We got the swan dive into water. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now we can go back up here. And here's another portion where we're probably going to have quite a few edits. I like this particular room better than the 96 version. And while I'm still thinking about it, which version of this level do you all prefer? And what was your favorite room out of it and why? This was such an intimidating place the first time I came here. And I'll show you why here in a moment. But first we got to take a swim and avoid a purse that hurts like hell. Pull the lever. Oh no. Did she scream underwater? I missed it. Did she fucking scream under the water and have it be like 100% audible? Like she was on dry land? I always laugh whenever that happens in games, but I honestly don't recall if it happens here. Ah! You can't get me because I'm gonna pull the lever and raise the pillar. The pillar. And I'm not talking about something you put on your bed and rest your head on at night. Ah, sounds vicious. Where's that son of a bitch at? There he is. We'll deal with him the old-fashioned way with old glory doolies. Very nice. This is definitely a lot easier than in the 96 version, but this little moment right here... That particular bit of music, that's a pretty badass moment, man. One of the best from this game. And actually one of my favorite moments from the entire Tomb Raider series, if I'm 100% honest with everybody. Now this right here, let's see if it'll do it this time. Now see, normally the camera would pan back whenever you're in the proper spot to jump back to that. I don't know if we're in the right spot or not. I think we are. Yes. Very cool. Oh, get out of there. Sweet. See, I've gotten to the top of that ladder before, and for whatever reason, she actually doesn't climb off of it. She'll just fall right back down every once in a while. No fucking idea why, but that's frustrating when it happens, to say the least. You know? Where are we going? Well, we are going to go for the primary objective first, and then we will head back round for the relic in this area, because this is the second location. And this is also the location in which I mentioned in the first episode, I think, about how I was saving up med packs. Yeah, this is one of those areas where they come in handy. Because frankly, you're going to take a little bit of damage when you go for this relic. I've never done this without taking damage. I'm sure it's possible, and there's probably people out there that have done it, but I've never been able to. It's pretty well hidden, too. This is one of the areas that I had to actually get online and look up a guide for, you know, this relic when I first played this game. Man, I tore this fucking level apart looking for the goddamn thing, and I was not finding it anywhere, so I had to go online and do the search, and blah, 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 and then I saw it, and I was like, well, son of a bitch, that's pretty fucking obvious, isn't it? Because it is, I think, if you're entirely, you know, 100% Tomb Raider veteran, you probably learn to look out for things like this. At the time, I had no idea. Alright, so you see the square? So, we are headed for the base of that pillar there. But first, we're going to wall run off of that, jump over onto that little ledge right there, drop down onto the sliding platform, jump and grab that, jump onto an outcropping right there, jump back onto the sliding platform, swing, swing, jump and land on that, and then jump, grab that outcropping, jump over, slide down, and jump at the bottom of that ramp, because at the bottom of this pillar there's a little hidden nook that's got a switch that raises the pillar up for the final relic for a limited time. So let's do this shit, and let's get it on the first run. Yeah, very well hidden though. I had no fucking clue the first time I played this game, and I was getting pretty frustrated too. You know? I mean, I would like to think I'm a pretty patient guy. Oh, that was cool. Pretty fancy handwork you got there, Lara. Spent some time on a pole, huh? Oh my god, that sounded terrible. No, I didn't mean it like that. Oh, Jesus. Acrobatics is what I meant. Like Olympic acrobatics and whatnot. Gymnastics, I guess you could say. There we go. So here's our switch. So let's go ahead and get the camera turned around now, and let's do this shit. Raising up. The griffin head revealed. Oh. Come on, turn around. There we go. I don't know the exact amount of time that we've got to get there, but it's not much. So we need to be, first off, healed up so that we don't die in the fire, and we also don't want to waste time like that first fucking jump after we got out of the water. That's no good. Alright, there we go. So far, so good. Fuck it, we're gonna run through it. Oh, you can't kill what's stronger than death. And that's it, right? That's right. Up the ladder. I'm not talking about what comes after the Former. Oh, and we failed. Alright, fuck it. Back to the switch. Here we go! One more time, and we do have to watch the little cinematic again. Because, yeah, if you fall in the water, I mean, you can't hesitate. You've got to be spot on with your jumps. All that shit. It's like a little mini speed run of the room. It's pretty clever, actually. It definitely rewards people that are familiar with the room and how to traverse it. But it doesn't make it any less frustrating when you've tried it for about 12 or 13 times in a row and you're still not getting it. Yeah. I mean, I don't always get it on the first run, as you've seen. And I don't always get it on the second run, either. Sometimes it takes quite a while for me to get the motherfucker, but it is always very satisfying when you finally do. And this is the one. No. Damn it. Okay, let's do it again. Raise the pillar. Update the profile. Storm the gates. Yeah, I see it. I wish you could, like, not have to sit through that pillar raising again. But yeah, you gotta do that every single time. This game's pretty generous with being able to skip the cutscenes normally, though. Alright, here we go. We got it this time. I just need to remember where to jump backwards off of that column. I think I was a little bit too early with that one, huh? That's it, right there. No. That's it. Fuck. I was right the first time. Alright. One more time. One more time. I do have to admit that when I replay this game and say, that's it, I'm going for 100%, you know? This is the one relic where I'm always like, God damn, that one fucking relic, though. You know? And every single Tomb Raider has that one where you think back on playing the game and you're just like, oh man, I fucking hate that part. You know? And, well, for 100% completionists with these games, such as myself, which I'm not like that with every game, but Tomb Raider is one that I always try to get everything. So this is it. Yeah, there it is. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Up the ladder. Oh, you fucking kidding me. How did I not grab that? I don't know what the fuck happened right there, but that felt a little bit cheap to me, because that's the exact same spot that I jumped to when we were going for the lead bar, the primary objective, and she grabbed it no fucking problem. So that is a little bit cheap, you know, to me. I'm not exactly happy about that, but I'm also not pissed off enough to the point where I'm just gonna say fuck it and walk away, because we're gonna get this son of a bitch, even if I've got to come back for it later, which we're not going to. But I'm just saying, if we had to, we would, because we're gonna get this motherfucker. Alright, and that's it. Alright, let's do this again. Jump and grab, Lara. Jump and grab. There we go. Alright, she's got it. She's got it. And we've got it. Fuck yes. There we go. And we are now immune to the fire in the little cutscene. Ah, you found the griffin head. Protome. Griffin heads were fitted on bronze cauldrons or drinking vessels in archaic Greek art, circa 700 BCE, and served as talismans to ward off evil spirits. Oh, swan dive to victory. Fuck yes. Yeah, that was pretty satisfying. I'm happy with how that turned out. Indeed, my good lady. Indeed. And see, she's wet too. She not only gets dirty, but she gets sopping wet from swimming. Nice touch. Nice touch. And I think... Ah, I knew it! I gotcha! Come here, dude. I got 40 bullets with your name on them. Oh my god, he's actually coming into the room. Look at that. Holy shit, did he die just by entering the room? What the fuck happened there? Well, that's fucking interesting. Now, first off, it's interesting because I've never actually seen them go into that room before. I've never actually seen them follow us or follow me down the hallway that far. Normally, they kind of shy away a little bit before the entrance, but that motherfucker went the distance. And secondly, that is very fucking fascinating that he actually died just by entering the room, if that's in fact what happened. That's what it looked like to me. I don't know, what did you guys think happened right there? Either way, that's pretty fucking strange. Oh, alchemy! I just love the sound of that harp plucking, you know? Alright, so there we go. Primary objective for the level is complete. And I think we've got a checkpoint around here somewhere. Oh, I know how to trigger one. Indeed. Because there's one over here. Right there. Because you know what we absolutely have to do while we're here. I can't be the only one that always does it. Except when I'm doing a time trial. No way am I the only one. Oh my god, what are you doing? Well, you're missing your fucking target to start off with. That was a little bit anticlimactic. Ah, fuck it. Oh no! Oh, that is so cool. Look at the look on her face, man. That is good animation. That's good shit. I fucking love that. It was cool back in the 96 version, especially with the heavy-ass thud sound effect that they added whenever she fell over, but it still works, and it's still fucking super effective here. I dig the shit out of that. It's such a cool idea for a environmental hazard, you know? Because, I mean, unless you're really familiar with the Midas story or know what it's about, the general gist of it or anything like that, you're probably not going to think, hey, I probably should not step on that hand. Even though, if I recall correctly, there was a pretty visible written warning in the 96 version, but I don't know, I fucking love that. That is one of my all-time favorite Tomb Raider traps. And it's not even much of a trap, to be honest with you, but it's just so fucking cool and clever. I fucking love that shit. What did you guys think of it? And what did you think of the Midas Garden in Anniversary as opposed to Tomb Raider 96? Wait, I already asked that, didn't I? Anyways, we were stretching on a lot longer than I expected to. Sorry for all of the edits. Those weren't planned. I knew there was going to be some, but I didn't think we were going to have that many. And we're only down to 10 large med packs now because of all that shit. Ah, goddamn. Anyways, you've been great. I've been Winter. She's been Lara. And I'll see you on episode 7 of Tomb Raider Anniversary.